Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Integrity Restored podcast. I'm Jim O'Day, your host, and I'm going to be talking about a kind of rough topic today. So, to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty scary. And we're going to dive into this topic that is frightening, taboo, and its proponents would say completely transformative. And that is the personalization of porn. Can't believe we're here. But yes, we are. And one of the problems is nobody's really talking about this. We know from our work here at Integrity Restored that adult content is a huge part of the internet. It's evolving fast. And what used to be, I guess I would call a passive, maybe even generic approach to adult content is rapidly becoming customizable, interactive, and even powered by artificial intelligence. The way we consume porn is changing rapidly, and it's becoming as personal as our music playlists on our phone or what we choose to watch on our social media feeds. This new personalization of porn allows people to actually gives us the ability to tailor the media that we're watching to our preferences, our fantasies, our interests. And what happens when an algorithm is constantly feeding this hyper-focused content back to you? What happens when artificial intelligence can generate your ideal scene every time and even falsely stimulate intimacy? What is this going to do? Well, we know that pornography in and of itself is isolating. It's a huge time suck in our lives. We know it creates unrealistic expectations of real life, intimate relationships. And we know that there's potential legal issues that we could be facing the further down the rabbit holes we go in these different categories of pornography. You know, back in the early days of online pornography, which is not that long ago, really, most of it was lumped into big categories: blonde, redhead, amateur, moms, whatever. It was broad, it was static, and for the most part, non interactive. Today, we're looking at the AI algorithms actually looking at what you clicked on and feeding you more and more of that. Really sophisticated algorithms, ladies and gentlemen, to keep you locked in more and more, to spend more time, to go further and further down these rabbit holes. Think about Facebook and Netflix and YouTube, how you can be just click on something that the ad interests you, and all of a sudden, for weeks, you are just bombarded with that same type of content. Those sophisticated algorithms track what you search for. They pay attention to what you watch all the way through, what you skip, and then they feed you more of it. So we're constantly being fed this personalized content, and it's going to start to shape what you even want to see. Your actual tastes become this continual feedback loop. And to me, that's really creepy, ladies and gentlemen. That's very, very scary. We're entering an age of artificial intelligence powered personalization that is going to drag us into deeper and deeper relationships with online, fake, not even real pornography that is going to create custom erotica based on just a few keywords. Think about the fact that we're at a stage now where deep fake technology will let you impose someone's face, anyone's face, celebrity or otherwise, onto a porn performer in a movie. And this is going to look absolutely real. It's not like even 3 or 4 years ago where those deepfake technologies did not exist. And when you did kind of look for something celebrity or trying to make your own with a neighbor's face or a family member's face, it didn't look real. Now it looks absolutely real. And we have to ask ourselves, what are the ethical questions with that? These people are not giving consent when they're depicted in these scenes that they never agreed to be a part of. Finally, we're getting some legal crackdowns on deepfake porn, but the technology that's out there is getting even better and better. And it's really hard to prosecute, to find out who actually created that. We also have these virtual companions now that you can create to your exact specifications. A redhead with purple eyes and a certain body shape and a certain inflection in their voice. The perfect partner that will mimic emotional connection with you. They will learn your tone, what your preferences are, and even your fantasy language. They will learn what you want to hear and continually feed that to you. Now, the problem is, and I did hear a story just recently of a 16-year-old boy in a European country who had built this online relationship with a virtual companion. The relationship got more and more intimate, more and more sexual, and it was a scam. It actually was a group that was using this to extort money from people. And so after a certain amount of time, they reached out to this young man and they said, "We have video." They took over his camera while they were chatting back and forth. "We have video of you masturbating, and we're going to send it to all your Facebook contacts, all your Instagram contacts, all your email list, unless you give us $5,000. Now, this poor 16-year-old boy did not know what to do. He was despondent. He was scared. He was freaked out. He was embarrassed to go to his parents. And unfortunately, this young man committed suicide because of these criminals who are hiding in these virtual companion sites. The third area of personalized porn that is really, really frightening is virtual reality. And that is booming. It's called first-person point of view style content. And now they're adding that with devices that can respond to what's happening on screen. And you have this experience now that feels hyper personal. There's also content like choose your own adventure porn content. You're not just watching anymore, where you're actually participating, you're shaping the story And then finally, the fourth area of personalization that we really need to be concerned about is platforms like OnlyFans. This is one of the fastest growing. There's over 2 million content creators right now on OnlyFans, and you can truly pay for custom content. A scenario that is completely tailored to whatever you want, and then direct messaging back and forth with those creators that truly make it feel personal, and to many, even romantic. But that's not intimacy. There's actually a word for it. It's called a parasocial relationship. Parasocial relationship. It's a one-sided emotional bond with somebody who probably doesn't even know you exist. It's a one-sided emotional bond with somebody who is just getting money from you staying on their page, on their site, you engaging with them. On the content creator side, it's just business. But in the world of personalized porn, for the user, the illusion of relationship with that person can be incredibly powerful. She or he is my friend. She or he is my girlfriend. We hear it all the time. It's heartbreaking. There are tremendous risks involved in going further and further down this path of personalizing your pornography content. The risks of becoming even more addicted, even more isolated. It can really control our lives where we don't even want to have other relationships. It's absolutely going to lead to unrealistic expectations when it comes to real world intimate relationships, whether that intimate relationship is a sexual intimacy relationship, like a married couple, or even just a friendship intimate relationship. Because you see, as human beings, we're not always going to agree. We're going to have differing opinions. But this AI is feeding you always exactly what you want to hear. It's creating a perfect fantasy world every time. It will make your real life relationships far less appealing. And for many, far more intimidating because it's difficult. And when AI can generate any content you want, put anyone's face into a scene, when the lines between reality and fantasy blur, how do we protect someone's dignity, their privacy? The future of pornography is that they will use every bit of technology to draw us in deeper and deeper. And we need to remember that those relationships are not real. That's not intimacy. And finally, we need to know the dangers. I hope this conversation stirred up some questions for you. Questions about ethics, questions about desire, about intimacy, about relationships. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is brand new, ladies and gentlemen. We're all learning about it together. I would love to hear your thoughts. Reach out to us on our social media pages, Integrity Restored. Send us a note, info@integrityrestored.com. And let us know what you're thinking, what you're learning, and how you're thinking about protecting yourself and your family from this insidious, this exploding AI-driven, personalized pornography technology. As always, we really appreciate you checking in and sharing our podcast or our website or any of our products and services. If this program or any of our products and services have helped you in any way, please consider making a donation. Every amount is gratefully accepted, and every amount really helps. We couldn't do this without you. And the more and more I see, the more and more we need to do. We need your help to do that, ladies and gentlemen. God bless your journey.